China. It's a name that often conjures images of immense cities. You might think of Shanghai's futuristic skyline or Beijing's historic grandeur. The Great Wall, of course, snakes across the imagination. But there's another China, one that whispers rather than shouts. It's a land of secret villages tucked away in misty mountains. They hide down quiet valleys, far from the thrum of modern life. These hidden settlements are more than just picturesque collections of old buildings. They are living museums, breathing repositories of ancient ways. Here, traditions that have faded elsewhere continue to flourish. Imagine stories told around a flickering hearth, tales as old as the hills themselves. It's a world where the past isn't just remembered, it's an active part of the present day. And then there's the magic. It's the magic of ancient beliefs, of a profound connection to nature. This is the China that often remains unseen, a treasure trove for the curious traveler. Our journey today will take us into some of these secret corners. Let's see what we can find together, shall we? There's something undeniably captivating about the idea of a secret, isn't there? China's secret villages tap directly into this allure. They promise an escape from the familiar, a step into a world less traveled. In an age where everything seems to be instantly available online, these villages offer genuine discovery. These places stand in stark contrast to our bustling modern lives. We live with constant notifications, with the rush of traffic and the bright lights of the city. But in these villages, the loudest sound might be the crowing of a rooster, or perhaps the gentle murmur of a stream. The pace of life is dictated by the seasons, by the rising and setting of the sun. It's a rhythm that feels deeply human, deeply connected to the earth. Stepping into one of these villages often feels like stepping back in time. The architecture, the tools, the way people interact, it all harks back to an earlier era. This authenticity is incredibly precious. They beckon us with the promise of something real, something enduring. Let's journey first to Fenghuang, a place whose name means phoenix. Legend says 2 of these mythical birds once flew over this spot. They were so captivated by its beauty that they were reluctant to leave. Nestled in a valley in western Hunan province, Fenghuang is built along the banks of the Tuojiang River. Its traditional wooden houses, called diaojiaolu, stand on stilts over the water. The town's history stretches back over 1,000 years. It has been home to ethnic minorities like the Miao and Tujia for centuries. Their vibrant cultures infuse Fenghuang with a unique character. You can see it in the colorful clothing, in the intricate silverwork sold in the little shops. The town has weathered storms and seen dynasties rise and fall, yet it retains an air of timeless grace, much like the mythical phoenix itself. Wandering through Fenghuang is a delight. Narrow stone-paved alleys wind their way between the old buildings. The Rainbow Bridge, an elegant covered structure, arches gracefully over the river. It's a town that captures your heart and makes you understand why those legendary birds were so reluctant to fly away. Now let us venture to Anhui Province, in eastern China. Here lie 2 remarkable villages, Hongkun and Shidi. They are so special, in fact, that UNESCO has declared them World Heritage Sites. Visiting them is like stepping directly into a classical Chinese inkwash painting. The white-walled houses with their distinctive black-tiled roofs are set against a backdrop of lush green hills. These villages are a testament to a different kind of prosperity. Hongkun and Shidi flourished during the Ming and Qing dynasties. They were home to wealthy salt merchants. These merchants, having made their fortunes, returned to their ancestral villages. They built magnificent homes not just for comfort, but as symbols of their success and learning. The layout of these villages is fascinating. Hongkun, for example, is famously designed in the shape of an ox. The nearby Leigang Hill is the ox's head, and 2 large ponds represent its stomach and intestines. The architecture here is simply stunning. The houses are adorned with intricate wood carvings. Each carving tells a story, a testament to the skill and artistry of the craftsman. What strikes you most about Hongkun and Shidi is the incredible sense of peace. These villages are not just historical artifacts, they are living communities. Beyond the stunning architecture and picturesque landscapes, these secret villages are sanctuaries for ancient traditions. These aren't dusty relics displayed in a museum. These are living, breathing practices woven into the very fabric of daily life. It's in the way people greet each other, the food they prepare, the stories they tell their children. In many of these communities there's a deep reverence for nature. The mountains, rivers, and even ancient trees are often seen as sacred, imbued with spirits. This belief fosters a profound respect for the environment. It's not uncommon to find small shrines dedicated to local deities or nature spirits tucked away in quiet groves. Ancestor veneration is another cornerstone of village life. Families maintain strong ties to those who came before them. Ancestral halls often occupy a prominent place in the village. They serve as centers for community gatherings and important ceremonies. People pay respects to their ancestors, seeking their blessings and guidance. This practice reinforces family bonds and a sense of belonging. And then there are the local festivals, vibrant explosions of color, music, and ancient ritual. These festivals are not just for show, they are vital expressions of community identity and cultural heritage. The preservation of these ancient ways doesn't happen by accident. It rests on the shoulders of dedicated individuals within these communities. The village elders are often the most respected keepers of tradition. Their minds are libraries of local history, folklore, and customary law. They have seen the seasons turn many times. They have witnessed changes, yet they hold fast to the core values that define their culture. In some villages, you might still find traditional healers. These are men and women who possess an incredible knowledge of herbal medicine. They know the properties of plants found in the surrounding hills and valleys. Their remedies have been passed down through generations, often orally. They treat common ailments and offer comfort, drawing on an ancient understanding of the body and its connection to nature. And let's not forget the storytellers. Folk tales, legends of local heroes, ghost stories whispered on dark nights. These narratives carry the cultural DNA of the village. These individuals, the elders, the healers, the storytellers, are the guardians of a precious flame. They ensure that the unique cultural heritage of their village is not lost to the passage of time. I remember one particular trip deep in the hills of Yunnan province. I was trying to find a village said to be famous for its tea. As often happens when I'm armed with a map and a vague sense of direction, I got a little bit lost. The path seemed to dwindle, and I found myself on a small track I hadn't intended to take. It was one of those moments where you think, well, this is either a disaster or an adventure. Luckily, it turned into the latter. The track led me to a tiny hamlet, just a handful of houses nestled by a stream. It wasn't on my map at all. As I approached rather sheepishly, I heard faint music. An old man sat on a stool outside his home, his eyes closed, lost in the tune. He eventually opened his eyes and saw me. I expected him to be surprised, perhaps even a little annoyed at this bumbling foreigner appearing out of nowhere. But he just smiled, a warm, welcoming smile that crinkled the corners of his eyes. He offered me a cup of tea, the most fragrant, delicious tea I think I've ever tasted. That simple encounter stays with me. In our rapidly changing world, these secret villages are more than just charming tourist destinations. They are vital reservoirs of cultural diversity. Each village, with its unique customs, dialect, and traditions, is like a rare species in an ecosystem. When one is lost or when its unique character is diluted, we all lose something precious. These places offer alternative ways of seeing the world, different approaches to community, to art, to life itself. These communities also offer profound lessons for the modern world. In an age of increasing isolation, they demonstrate the strength of close-knit communities. They show us the value of intergenerational bonds, where the young learn from the old, and the old are cherished. They remind us of the importance of living in greater harmony with our environment. Their sustainable practices, honed over centuries, hold wisdom that we would do well to heed. The spirit of these places is remarkably resilient. They have weathered centuries of change, political upheavals, and the encroachment of modernity, yet they endure. Cherishing these villages means supporting them in ways that respect their integrity. By understanding and appreciating them, we help to ensure that their unique light continues to shine for generations to come. So, there you have it, a little glimpse into the world of China's secret villages and their ancient, gentle magic. We've wandered down cobblestone lanes, admired houses that seem to float on water, and listened for the echoes of traditions that stretch back through time. Of course, what we've explored today is just the tip of a very large, very beautiful iceberg. There are countless other hidden corners, other unique communities, each with its own story waiting to be discovered. Perhaps these stories have sparked a little bit of curiosity in you. Perhaps they've made you wonder about the road less traveled. Exploring these kinds of places isn't just about seeing new sights. It's about connecting with people, understanding different ways of life, and perhaps learning a little something about ourselves in the process. If you ever get the chance to venture off the beaten path, I do encourage you to do so. Seek out these hidden gems, not just in China, but wherever your travels may take you. Approach them with respect, with an open mind and an open heart. You might be surprised by the magic you find, often in the most unexpected moments. Until then, happy travels and may you find your own secret villages.